Hello, hi. So I have picked the one more problem on lead code. So this is the find the longest consecutive sequence. So given unsorted array of integer nums, uh, return the length of the longest consecutive elements. Okay, so you must write the algorithm that run in linear time complexity, which is big O of n. So first understand the what is the problem. Problem is like you are given if you see the constant can be negative and positive element both up to integer range, and length of the element can be up to 10 to power 5, and it is unsorted, it is not sorted. You need to find out length of longest consecutive sequence. If you see how outcome is 4, if you see the what is the length of longest, which is 1. If you see start from 1, then if you do 1 plus 1 after 1, which is 2, which is also present in that array, and 3 is also present, and 4 is also present. So if you see longest one is the like 1 2 3 4, right? That's why answer is 4. Similarly for this array, if we start from the any of the element which go up to the maximum one, if we start from 0, so if you get the duplicate one, you just ignore it. Okay, for any element start, let's suppose start what is the consecutive, it's for x starting x plus 1 and x plus 2 and x plus 3 and so x plus n should be exist. And where is the n is the max, the length of the this sequence, right? So think of how will you find out. Suppose if array was in sorted order, suppose array was in sorted order, how will you find out? Let's take this example one. Okay, so if I sort this one, how it will be in ascending order. Let's be sorting ascending order. That will be the 1 2 3 4 and 100 and 200. Once it's sorted, we will start from first element. We will check if first element plus 1, if either will start from like first element go to the n minus 1, n minus 2, either will start from one first element, not zeroth index, start from index 1, go to the n minus 1. So let's start from I is equal to 1 from first index. For each element I will check if current element I is equal to nums I plus 1. Just increment the ist count until it true. Okay, plus 1 until it true. I will find out, I will just add up the ith frequency. When its condition get violated, you need to just refresh the update the answers, and also update the current count to set to the 1. Okay, so but in this approach you will require to sort the array first. Okay, that will give the time that will be solved in overall big O of n log n, right? If you remember, sorting will give in n log n, but we will need into a constant like in linear time complexity, so that we can't use that. Okay, so if you ever encounter like unsorted array where you need to do like find out like in kind of sorting things, think of what are the like data structure you already know, and what are the algorithm you already know that is fit here or not. First understand what I will need to find out. I will need such a sequence where I can check x for x plus 1 exist, x plus 2 exist. So we will need to check for any starting sequence, we will need to check its one increment either exist or not, right? So that data structure, if you think about, is hash map, correct? Hash set, right? We will need only, right, that element exists or not. So we will need only hash set. Hash map we won't need. We can use, but we won't need because we don't require a frequency, right? We only need only unique element. So for consecutive, you only require the count the consecutive element. Okay. So let's think of what we can do. If we put all the element into a, because duplicate element won't contribute here, right? So we don't need that. So for all element, let's suppose for this, if I put into the hash set into set, that will be have a unique element, right? It can be like 4, 200. Similarly, all these unique, then it will be into hash set. Now, what the advantage of using like choosing the hash set in that problem? Uh, okay, let me show you how why I am choosing the hash set, right? Uh, Set data structure. Once I put all the element of the num array into hash set, then for each element, put all element into set first. That will be the first action you will do. Okay, so for each element, you will check for each element x. Let's say it x. You will check if x plus 1 it exists into a set. That can be checked into constant time, right? So you will check until it exists, and you will increment the counter. Okay, that's the way you can find out. But think of, will you do that like that? If you do like that, suppose if you are doing like 100, let's suppose for iterating for 100, if you check 100 plus 1, it exists, it doesn't exist. So you will check one in one first iteration. First for 100 you are check one times, and then you will check for 4. Does 4 plus 1 is 5 exist not? Then you are checking 200, or does 200 plus 1 exist or not? It doesn't exist. You just uh, break from the loop and move to the next item into set. Okay, so it have only one occurrence. Then you go to the 1. Once you go to the 1, does it exist? 1 plus 2, yes, it exists. Okay, so you will go from you will update the current element, means which 2 plus 3 exist, yes exist. 3 exist. 3 plus 1 is 4 exist, yes exist. It have 4 length, right? Once you get the 4 plus 1, it doesn't exist. You just stop here and break the loop. Then again for once you stop, you just visit the next element, which is 3, right? And you also checking, again you are checking 3 plus for the 3 you just checking the 4. Then for 2 you will checking the 3 and 4 again. So once you see, if you are like checking for each element whether it's a sequence starting from that it exists or not, then you will be end up n square again, right, in worst case. Okay, because you are iterating all of them. So the twist is here, instead of checking, like, sequence can be suppose it may have a sequence 1 2 3 4. This is one sequence, right? uh, which is consecutive. Okay, another sequence can be 6 8 6 7 8. Another sequence can be 100 similar like that. So if you have like all these element into a set, then maybe this group can be consecutive, but answer will be this one, right? So instead of checking for each element, going to checking whether it sequence are exist or not, first we will think about where the sequence start. First I will check, only check when, from where the sequence is start, right? If any group sequence is start from x, then x minus 1 should not exist in that set, right? That will be the lowest number among that sequence, right? If I say you for this one, which is the answer, which is the, what is the answer? 1 2 3 4. Like if visit the like if I visit the element 4, if I check 4 minus 1 3 already exist, we won't go for this one, right? Means this is already part of the some sequence, right? If I again check with the for 1, 1 minus which is 1, which is 0 0, which is not exist, means this is the starting point of the sequence. So we'll start from here. Okay, for 3 already exists 2, for 2 already exist 1. So this is the way we can avoid that iteration, right? So that will be the optimized one. Let's write the code for it. Okay, so let me just define the hash set, which is a kind of integer set, equal to new hash set. Okay, let me just move all the value into set, so that duplicate get deleted. Okay. Well, okay, so let's define answers. What is the answer? Let me define the 0 initially. Okay, so 4 and num, let's iterate the set. And for what I told you, first I will check if num is the starting point of the consecutive subsequence or not. How will I check? First I will check set dot contains, okay, contains, which is num minus 1. It should not exist, right? It should get false, give the false value. Then current value is the num, and what is the frequency is the teach one occurrence of this one. Then I will do until, while it exists, set uh, dot contains char plus 1 until it exists. Let me just, until it exists, just do the char plus plus 1 cnt plus plus 1, right? Once this condition get violated means return false, means no other element exist, means once it get stopped, we first need to check the answer. If current sequence is length is greater than the answer, then we just update the answer, right? So it's equal to answer is equal to cnt, right? And in last, just return the answer. Okay, I hope this should work. So I am for each element into a set, I am just checking the if it is starting point of the subsequence or not. If it is starting point, then I will checking further until subsequence exists. Okay, so yeah, I think let me just run it. uh, yeah, I think I have instead of inserting a number, I'm inserting array. Just by yes, mistype. Yeah, So I think this is accepted for the sample test case. Let me submit the final. Yeah, it got accepted. So you see the twist, right? Twist is here, like you don't need to start from each element and continue uh, until it break. You first check what is the starting point of the subsequence, means consecutive sequence, not subsequence, it's sequence. So that's it about this problem. I hope you will get understand once you go through it. For any doubts, you can ask in the comment box. Okay, that's it. Yeah.